The scene opens on a church, with lots of sconces, flying buttresses, and pictures of Jesus. Dead bodies litter the pews. Someone in priestly garb carries a lit candle and addresses the audience as though they were churchgoers. Two altar boys, played by adults, kneel in their shoes to give the impression that they are small kiddos. They are all plague-stricken. Well, we've all been bad. Jesus hates us now. The altar boys speak in unison like a hive mind. Jesus hates us. I'm starting to think our cheat day was a bad idea. The lights go down. A spotlight comes up on a woman standing off stage. The church established in this small European town allowed a cheat day for their congregation. A day on which people could sin, free of dirty looks and of need for penance. This program actually worked quite well. The sins per year in their town dropped dramatically. The spotlight goes down, the lights come back up. The cheat day was a bad idea. But then again, my Saturday's only marriage has allowed me to explore a lot on the other days. But that's another matter. Jesus hates us. And that's what we're here to discuss. He has sent rats. He has sent fleas. He has sent French people. All terrible things. Some members of our congregation have succumbed to Jesus' terrible hate curse already. Jesus hates us. That's right, he does. The light's down, the spotlight goes up once again on the woman. This was, surprisingly given the time, an accurate observation. Lights back up, spotlight down. I'm not naming names, but some of the sins committed by those condemned to death by our Lord are as follows. Peter had sex while gay. So did Paul. John rode a horse while black. And Mary played American football. Touchdown! The altar boy's arms go up, symbolizing a touchdown. Lights down, spotlight up on the informant. Leviticus tells us that we should not touch the carcass of the pig, as it is unclean to us. Spotlight down, lights back up. You may wonder, Father Warrock, what can we do in such times of crisis? Well, first of all, you would be a fool to try to outrun the sickness, to think God's will would not follow you on the path to blasphemy. You must get right with God, here and now. Take out your wallets. It's time to indulge. The altar boys rub their bodies up and down sensually. So, who has some gold to spare? Blackout. Good Idea is a brain trust your brain can trust. It is a comedy podcast where we find creative, actionable solutions to your real-life problems. I'm Aidan Kinsella.
And I'm Bradley Berklich.
And this is Good Idea. Hello, Bradley.
Hello, Aidan.
Okay, so I don't know how much of that you heard because we just had some audio problems, but that thing I just read was a excerpt from my one act I wrote last Friday called "Oh Fuck, We're All Dying."
Very good.
What did you think, Brad? What did you
I
think
liked
about
what I heard of it.
Father Warrock. How much did you hear of it?
I heard the Altar Boys. They were good. Mm-hmm. Big fan of them. They did some good stuff. I liked We Are All. What was it? It wasn't We Are All. It was Jesus Hates Us. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, well, it's true. So.
Yeah, you know, that's what they say. Jesus hates us. Yes, I know. And that's where that song ends, and it's pretty short.
That's where it ends.
Yeah, it's a good one, though. It's a classic. But I did like it a lot. I have not written a one-act play, but yours sounds very exciting. And is it being performed?
It was already performed, and there was no video of it, unfortunately. But we had it was 24-hour Playfest, so we had to write and direct a show within 24 hours. It was good. It was really good.
Nice. So Discord just did the same thing Google Hangouts was doing. Hey.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, this is better. We are kind of pressed for time, ladies, gentlemen, other.
Do we want to do fast?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So we're kind of pressed for time. Let's do some lightning prompts. We'll get as many done as we can, as well as we can within the time period, and then maybe rush through the closeout, do a short episode this week. This is from Bradley Berklich. It is the type of music that nobody likes.
All right, excellent. Polka,
yeah. I mean, that was actually what I was also thinking is the good part about that.
Well, I mean, I've never met a single person that likes it except Weird Al, and I haven't even met him, so nobody does.
I mean, if you haven't met him, he must not exist.
That's the whole point.
I learned that in my philosophy class.
Did you?
Yeah, no, we talked about it. It's like if you haven't seen it, it's called object permanence, and if you haven't seen it, it's not real. That's what object permanence means.
Oh.
And if you can't see it, actually, if you can't see it in your immediate vicinity, like, it's not real. So you're not even real, Brad. Like, that's, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Because I don't think if you're hearing, it counts as observing, right? Observing is eyes only.
Yeah, that's a good point. It does blow.
That's a good point. So you're not real.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought I was, but, it's okay. That's fine. I'm okay
That's
with
fine.
that. Yeah.
So type of music nobody likes, definitely polka. Weird Al definitely doesn't exist. So there's no one who likes polka.
Does anyone is there any other type of music that nobody likes? Do people like dance music?
I mean, I think people like electronic dance music, classical dance music, the sort of, what did people used to dance to?
Waltz of the Flowers or something? I don't know.
The Great Gatsby soundtrack.
Yeah, who was that? Lindsay Lohan or Adele or someone? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they liked her. I don't think they like her anymore. I think it's all Skrillex now.
That blows.
Speaking of other music that blows, anything that involves just like a wind instrument, that's going to be a no. Brass instruments also no, because those blow.
Those do blow.
They blow.
The only thing that's good, harp. No blowing.
Harp is really good. There's no blowing in harp. Mm-hmm. So it's like harp and Skrillex.
Yeah. Okay, so people...
I just started imagining Darude Sandstorm as played on harp, and it was... I don't even
know how that would
work. Except it's prettier.
It'd be very peaceful.
And it's played by an angel.
There's a girl in my Greek class that actually plays harp, and I will ask her if she has ever done Darude Sandstorm. It's probably no, but
yeah, you should.
Never hurts to check.
It's probably no. Hey, Brad, do you want to pick another prompt?
Yeah, sure. I will pick another prompt. All right. The prompt I am picking is from Kinsella Aiden, and it is recipes for vegetables.
Seed.
Okay, well... How long had you been preparing that one?
What do you mean by preparing that one?
Well, I mean, you made the prompt, and you said the first thing in response to it, and your reaction time was maybe like 1/8 of a second. So I'm assuming when you wrote it down, you said, you know what I'm going to do when Bradley picks this? I'm going to be seed. So, was that accurate?
Bradley,
did I correctly guess?
Is that accurate? Well, so I was in psychology class earlier today, and I may have written down this prompt after in one of the psych articles we read, someone said recipe. It was written in the article, recipes for vegetables, and I raised my hand and said seed.
Okay, so that's exactly what happened.
And then I came up with the prompt as a response, because I'm like, there's probably some other funny answers to that.
Good thing I know my friends. I'm very grateful for that.
Bradley, could you cut up like a pepper? Are peppers vegetables or are they fruits? They have seeds, so they're not vegetables, right?
Well, then you can't even make a vegetable with a seed.
No. Hold on. Wait, fuck. Do vegetables have seeds? I think they do.
How do you make another broccoli? I don't even understand where they reproduce. They just grow.
Most vegetables are non-sweet fruits of flowering plants, which means they have seeds in them because they evolved as seed-bearing structures.
Okay, show me like a
vegetables that are not fruits. So it's possible for a vegetable to be a fruit, but not but not all fruits are vegetables, but some vegetables are fruits and no. So there's just an overlap. It's like a Venn diagram.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
And this is on a .edu website, so I'm going to trust it.
Well, it has to be educational. Here, I'm going to just real quick, bigsluts.edu real quick. Be right back.
Bigsluts.edu. Well, that has to be educational.
Yeah, But essentially, so we've got vegetables. There are vegetables we've got. I mean, but like a broccoli seed? What does that even look like?
This says broccoli does not have seeds.
Okay, so... How do
any
they
vegetable
happen?
that isn't a fruit has no seed. Well, I mean, I think that the answer to that is really something science hasn't figured out yet.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you've ever seen like a broccoli or a asparagus, the heads of them are like, the broccolis especially, they're like little balls on the heads of the stems. So I feel like those are basically seeds.
I always thought broccoli were tiny trees.
I think that's true. I think that's, and they probably have little broccoli acorns, like little green acorns that you could drop into the ground and have those pop back up. So like little trees.
No,
I was
trees.
thinking treats. Yeah, treats. That's
Tree
the
seeds.
technical term for acorns.
We got it.
Treats.
We know what's happening.
So there's like peanuts, tree nuts, treeds, different things.
Trees, yeah, a legume.
No one's allergic to those, which is what's nice about them, but they taste atrocious. Taste just like bark.
It tastes like an acorn.
Acorn, but not. I have an idea for a recipe for a vegetable.
Yeah, what is it?
Could you cut up like a pepper or something and then glue it back together? Or maybe you cut up a couple peppers so there is some sort of, so it's not just a reconstitution, it's a new
pepper?
thing. So like mega pepper, like maybe I cut up a yellow pepper, a red pepper, and a green pepper and mush them all together and make a Neapolitan pepper.
That's a monster, Aiden. You've created a monster.
Wasn't that what Frankenstein was about?
It was just a bunch of peppers glued together.
They just glued a bunch of peppers together and it
Victor
terrorized the
Frankenstein.
town. They weren't ready for his ideas.
We disapprove.
Victor, no! They bring the pitchfork there. Here, put it on my pitchfork. I'm throwing it out. But we brought torches. We wanted to roast it. So like half the mob was angry.
Yeah, it was just a little bit. But is like recipe for vegetable, is it like you're making a vegetable or is it like you are cooking a vegetable? Because if
that's
cooking,
another way we could interpret it.
Then what you do is you pull like a Heinz Doofenshmirtz and you deep fry all of them with like a laser or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched that episode.
I think that did exactly happen.
Yeah.
He deep fried them all with a laser.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Heinz Doofenshmirtz
I'm going to make all of the vegetables in the entire tri-state area palatable for my 5-year-old brain.
No, let me Google this. Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
No, it definitely happened.
Okay.
I know for a fact that happened. And he got like super fat.
I remember he got pimples and I was like, that's gross. Then we stopped watching Phineas and Ferb because I want to think about it.
Oh my god, I love Phineas and Ferb so much.
So that's one thing. Also, if we're doing a real idea, I would just suggest stir fry. It just makes them taste better, or lightly steam. Like if you pick your broccoli out and it acts like an asparagus,
and then vape all over it.
Yeah, no, it's just not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you could do like a cotton candy flavored vape, and then make the broccoli taste better. This is nothing.
That actually sounds worse. Somehow.
That sounds a lot worse. Hey, I'm going to pick another prompt. Is that okay?
Awesome. That sounds awesome.
Okay, Keegan wants us to make school buses better.
kids. They seat
that's
4.
That's really good. Okay.
They have seat belts. Make it look like a Prius.
There still is a box though up in the front that does say it's for cleaning up bodily fluids.
The only things that are retained are the box for cleaning up bodily fluids and the stop sign. Like if some asshole's trying to pass you just put that up and you're like, no.
Well, no, it can't just be the stop sign. It has to be the stop sign and the bar.
The bar. Your kid's trying to get out.
That's gonna stop anybody. So the bar is on the inside of the school bus now.
If you're like SO is being annoying, you just I'm gonna use the bar and like no, I'm not, and then you just use the bar and it like comes up and it just and they're like ow. And they say that barely even hurt. That couldn't have stopped a car.
Maybe like recliners, like the seats recline would be good.
That would be good.
I think another thing we retain from school buses is that you don't have to wear seatbelts.
That's just an unsafe car.
Hear me out. Wait, Bradley. So we put cushions over the window so it's not unsafe anymore. Now you won't be able to see. But
okay. Digging it.
Or we make them translucent cushions made out of that stuff that you put like a duvet cover in, like that weird plasticky sort of. It's not like plastic wrap. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
It's like that, and it's maybe like a puffed up version of that. So maybe it distorts your vision a little bit, but you can still see. And then you run into it, but you don't get hurt. But maybe you suffocate a little bit, so you can do some autoerotic asphyxiation stuff.
I think you should paint the school bus blue and attach maybe like a balloon to the top of it and then send it like out over the countryside and then have people jump out of it and fight each other. I think that would be really good.
I think that's really, really good. And then, and maybe you could also send it like, maybe it's like instead of being like big and yellow and has 4 wheels, maybe you put treads on it and you make it green. Make it small, put a big gun on top.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. And then you put we bring the kids back this time.
Okay. And we just have them in, I think Fortnite, but with actual children will be funny.
Yeah, I think it's called Hunger Games.
Oh, fuck.
I think someone did that.
They did do that.
That was a funny book. I remember reading Hunger Games just being like, LOL. LOL, am I right?
Well, I mean, have you ever met kids? Like, it's like a natural thing.
My God,
like
kids,
there's just some dude in the Capitol. He's like 80 years old, and he's like, these fucking kids! Put them in an arena and let them kill each other. And like, as a now an adult, I understand that, and I sort of empathize.
Now, Bradley used to have many more siblings, you guys, and this is something we haven't talked about on the podcast before.
But I was put in an arena, and I was made to kill each other. So, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's he did win, except Ted. The two of them did make a deal that they would, if they kissed, then the whole of Pan Am whatever Pan Am would let them go, and there'd be riots because Ted is pregnant. So
was that the plot of that?
That was the plot of Hunger Games.
I don't remember that part at all.
Yeah, that was a big part of it, actually.
Do you remember Hunger Games good enough to be like, she was pregnant?
I was very into Hunger Games. She wasn't actually pregnant. She told them she was pregnant.
All I remember is there was like the clock arena, and then Prin got killed by a bomb.
That was the coolest shit. Okay, Hunger Games 2 was the best one, and I know everybody didn't like it, but it was the best one.
Hunger Games 2 was the best one. I really
it was the
did.
Best one.
I really liked the clock arena. It's such a cool thing, and then in the third one, they completely like abandoned the concept of the Hunger Games. Like, I know it would have been so awkward to be like, you have to get back in the arena. But, like, just make them do it. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, just make...
I think they should have switched the order of 2 and 3 if they wanted to do a weird one. I think bringing them in the arena twice in a row was already kind of repetitive, although it worked. They did it well.
But how would you... In sort of like a plot thing, how would you even get 2 and 3?
It would have to be a different third book. I'm just saying, if you wanted to do something that wasn't an arena... You should have put it in between the other 2 arena ones.
No, that's smart. I agree with that. 10 out of 10.
But, you know, I know sometimes when I write stuff, I don't have all my ideas right away. And it's sort of like I start a sentence and I don't even know if I'm going to finish it, like Michael Scott. Funny The Office reference.
She went straight from, like, Gregor the Underlander to the Hunger Games. Like, nobody even knew what that one was. Did I remember that? Was it Gregor the Overlander, maybe?
I don't have any clue what you're talking about, so I'm just going to say yes.
Suzanne Collins wrote, it was Gregor the Overlander. Gregor the Overlander was like her like book before the Hunger Games, and it was like fine, but I just, everyone knew what the Hunger Games was, like instantaneously. It was like osmosis happened. They were all just sitting at the Scholastic Book Fair, and everyone's like, you haven't read this? And I was like, what is this? It was a good book series.
Cool.
What was the
I don't know... yeah, that was about school buses.
Just put all the kids on them.
Just put all the kids on them.
Yeah.
I thought we took the kids off.
Oh, fuck. I can't keep this straight. Fuck.
Could we do like a Schrodinger's kids?
Yeah.
All right, Brad, your pick.
Okay, GroundPods, the competitor to AirPods. AJ. Thank you, AJ.
Good. That was what I was going to pick. Thanks, AJ. So we got GroundPods, the competitor to AirPods. First of all, they're very heavy. Hello. Welcome back.
I hate phones so much.
Yeah, phones suck. Before you reintroduce the prompt, I just need to bring up the fact that my picture of you is still you squatting in the Vatican or the Basilica or whatever the fuck.
I hate that.
Next to some pigeons.
Doesn't even look like me.
It looks like fucking me, funny
it's not
picture.
Like current me. It's like, I don't know. It's an interesting picture, certainly.
It's a fucking funny picture. I think.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I'm not fucking shitting you.
Oh my God,
it broke out again. Jesus.
Again? All right, we're back on the air. Caller number 1. What would you like to say to the crazy morning DJ?
I would love to just tell you that I fucking hate your shock jock shit. I want to talk about GroundPods now.
Okay, well, I was gonna... Are you drop out again? Sorry, listeners, I was gonna make a joke that the wacky morning DJ is different from the crazy morning DJ, because the wacky morning DJ is just a little strange, but the crazy morning DJ is, like, really fucked up. Hey, what's happening?
I don't know. I feel like we're getting, like, homed in on by fucking national security, and they're like, no, this podcast, they know too much.
They can't talk for more than 8.5 seconds.
We started talking about putting kids on buses and sending them into fucking arenas, and now we're getting our calls shut down.
So I don't know if the NSA is real, but it is.
It's real.
This is going to be a pain to edit, because I also say some funny things in between the phone things, so I feel like you could do sort of like a dual perspective thing. Okay, GroundPods. GroundPods, like AirPods, but instead of
completely crushed up.
Aiden Cancel is gone again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to off myself in this dorm room.
Hold on, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I don't know, it just muted the fucking thing.
Okay. Did you hear I was going to off myself in the dorm room?
I did. GroundPods are like AirPods, but they're all ground up by like a mortar and pestle. They're all crushed up.
I like that a lot.
And then you can snort them and snort your music.
How about... So that's good, but what if they're just like attached to like your body? They're not even like attached to your phone?
Oh, so they're like ground.
Yeah, so they're like grounded, like you installed them and they're like there forever. I'm picturing like two enormous cones that come off like your shoulder blades and like plastic, white, chunky Apple plastic, and gradually like come together to form just the pod that sits in your ear.
I think maybe it's a big like egg-shaped pod that goes all the way around your head. So
the front of it just says pod.
Yeah. Maybe they like team up with Juul for some Juul brand advertising.
There's a USB stick in like where your mouth should be.
Yeah, that's really good.
This is some like I have been obsessed with like the aesthetic of like sort of like Apple punk, which is going to be, I guarantee this is going to be a thing in like 2045, 30 or something. Like, you know how we look back in the 80s now and we're like, oh, let's bring that back. They're going to bring back like the chunky white, like early Apple computers, like not like super early, but like early 2000s. And like, that's going to be an aesthetic, like the white plastic sort of like neo future-ish thing. And I want this to be the first version of that. So like, I like this is like a new Shadowrun NPC is what we've created here.
Okay.
Mr. Pod.
I'm into it. Mr. Pod. I think once you put it on, it does not come off.
No.
I think that an individual ground pod is called a ground pod, and GroundPods is the name for the product on the whole.
Okay.
Because it is a giant egg that surrounds your entire head,
plays music
and immerses
constantly.
you in a full Apple experience.
And since planned obsolescence is still a thing, if your ground pod breaks, you just die.
Oh no. That's not what forced obsolescence is for, Bradley. Then they don't get more purchases.
No, it's just so Apple can kill you. No, you have to buy a new body. It's like altered carbon. I read the book. Fuck you, Amazon. Now, Netflix,
Bradley.
Never mind. Continue. Yeah,
Bradley. Apple starts selling coffins that reactivate the brain after death, and they're called GroundPods 2, and maybe they're called 6 Feet Underground Pods, and it's just a forever like Wall-E-esque digital like fucking it's like dystopian world where everyone is put in the ground in a GroundPod 2, and they just live out the rest of infinity in this digital world.
That's horrifying,
Apple.
but also very plausible.
6 feet underground.
Amazon has a competitor that's like, it's like the Fire Pod, spelled Fyre, and it just cremates you.
Okay, well, they could do that, or maybe it just like scams you out of your money, and then Netflix makes like a documentary about it.
Sounds good. Oh, like Firefest. Did you see that?
Yeah, like Fire Festival. No, I didn't see the documentary. No,
me neither. I heard it was good, but that whole thing seems so vacuous to me. Like, do you ever like flip over to the public stories tab on Snapchat?
Yeah, I do.
And you just feel your body sort of like melt out of itself.
Yeah, see, I don't watch any of them. I just sort of look through.
Disappointing looking. Like,
they're disappointing looking, but they're funny.
They just, like, there's nothing substantive there. Like, at least in the old days, there was, like tabloids have more shit in them than what's going on over there.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of nuts. I don't know. Every time I think
Why don't I
about
pick
social
another
media.
prompt?
Yeah. So we've determined we have Blade Runner, NPC, sort of like Podman.
Podman and then GroundPods too.
Draw this dude, frankly.
You
can't
should.
draw.
I'd love to see it.
I'll draw the man. We'll see.
You should draw the man.
All right.
Okay, this prompt is from AJ again. Health insurance for injuries sustained while boycotting products with progressive commercials. So Bradley,
your beard gets too long because you don't use Gillette.
My beard. My beard got so long, and it got so long I couldn't get out my door because I just kept tripping on my beard. Mm-hmm. And eventually it filled up my whole room, and I choked on it and died. Oh. Now, would that be the first thing I would die from with the slowness of my beard growing? I am confident in saying yes, it would.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Aiden, you've gone very quiet very fast.
Yeah, I know. I have to fix that. Hold on. My AirPods died.
They died? Oh, I thought one fell out of your head.
Hold on. This is just an app full of technical difficulties.
All right, we back? This is a very chaotic episode, listeners. You'll have to stick with us.
Okay, it's not working. What'd you say?
It's not working?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just keep my headphones or my phone to my ear. That's fine.
You need actual headphones?
I don't have actual headphones. I mean, I do, but they don't work with my phone. So,
bummer, man.
I mean, I have a dongle, but they don't work with the dongle either. It's weird. I don't know why. There's just a weird clicking. So I want to talk about injuries sustained. Yeah, we talked about that. So where were we? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm confident that the way I would die would be I would choke on my beard and die.
I would agree with that statement. I think that's accurate, and that is how you will die.
I think... Yeah, because I really hate progressive commercials. I really don't like Gillette anymore. Now, when I look at Gillette, I see a couple things. First of all, I see liberal snowflakes, which I can't be around them. Not into it. Second of all, I see the enemy. And third of all, I see the thing that caused me to buy the razor that I currently use, which has horribly disfigured my face.
Oh, that blows.
Now, I know a lot of podcasts are... What?
Never mind, continue.
Here's my issue. I know Harry's sponsors a lot of podcasts, and I'm sure they're a fine company, and I know they mean well. But I've used their razors before. And now we're never going to get a Harry's sponsorship. But this is just how I feel, at least. You know? Yeah. I've used their razors before. It was not a good shave. It did not do good things to my skin. I did use shaving cream. It just wasn't a good blade. It wasn't a good razor. And I need health insurance for that because my face is horribly disfigured now. Thanks, Harry's, for that.
Thanks, Harry's. That should be their motto. Thanks.
Thanks, Harry's.
You horribly disfigured my face.
I made a meme yesterday that was like, it was a picture of David and Goliath and David like killing Goliath with the fucking stone. Yeah. And the Goliath was labeled Obama, and this
can't go anywhere worse from here.
David was labeled conservatives, and the stone was labeled "Thanks Obama" in quotes.
Oh man!
And I just want this to become a popular meme.
I will retweet that.
Okay, then maybe I'll tweet it later today because it's fucking funny.
It is really funny. I think. I've only retweeted like 4 things. Aiden, you actually liked and retweeted one of the things I had recently put up, and then
that
immediately
was so
deleted.
Funny. Wait, you deleted it?
Yeah,
I screenshotted it.
I can't remember which one it was.
It was. I know what it was. It was like when all your friends are leaving. Then I don't know what was the name of the ice cream shop. Whatever it was.
Pierce. It's our dining hall.
Oh, okay. When all of your friends are leaving, so you bring your ice cream with you, and then it was a picture of like a man with a mask on that was covering his mouth. He looked extremely threatening and bald, which is, I guess, synonyms. and it said, "The dessert is armed, the dessert is mobile."
That was from Batman. That person is Bane, and that's a parody of "This bomb is armed. This bomb is mobile." which I swore I thought was a meme at some point somewhere, but I can't find any reference of it online, so I just basically just made it.
So why did you delete it?
I deleted it because people probably don't listen to it because it was one of the application things for the meme page, and I just didn't know how to get, like the thing where people will share things and there's like the Twitter-esque looking box above it, and I couldn't figure out how to do that in Photoshop, so I just made a tweet and screenshotted it.
That's how people do it, Bradley.
Is it?
Yeah. Should I pick a prompt, or did I just pick a prompt?
You just picked a prompt, and it's 3:10, so I may actually wind us down. But what did we end on? Which one was that?
That was health insurance for injuries sustained while boycotting products with progressive commercials. I mean, I need the insurance, right? Because I'm going to choke on my beard, and I need somebody to pay for the medical damages caused by that.
That is totally and completely fair. I also think if I don't get enough Pepsi, I die. So... So that's maybe one of the reasons. But oh my god. But okay, I'm gonna wind us down. So thank you guys so very much for listening. This has been a whole ton of fun. You've been awesome. Thank you for joining us for our technically flawed and very quick episode we had today. We appreciate you coming in for it. But before we end and do our final bits, I want to do some housekeeping. So if you want to contact us, which we highly encourage you to do because we're good people, our Facebook group is Good Idea Podcast. Our Twitter, our Tumblr, and our Instagram are all at Good Idea Cast, and our Gmail is goodideapodcast@gmail.com. You can solicit us with prompts, recommendations, advertisements. We're there for all of it because you support us and we support you. God bless. But also share the show with a friend or give us a review. Write an awesome comment or else. We do come to your house and put a gun to your head.
That's true.
That's true. All right. Thank you so very much. And you can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, and Libsyn. You're probably doing it on one of those. If not, tell us which service you're using so we know. Spotify. Okay, cool. But I mean, yeah, it's a great time.
Hold on, before we do the after housekeeping thing, I have 2 more housekeeping things.
Yeah, okay.
Actually 3. First of all, if you fuck, hold on. Not if you fuck. I need to let me try again.
When?
First of all, I would like to make an official announcement that we're trying to go from a 1 to a 2 week schedule. I know we've been basically doing that for the last month or 2, 3 months even. Just because with school, it's really hard for us to get an episode out to you every week, and we'll try to make sure they're not all super short like this one is, especially since we'll be on a 2 week. But I just wanted to clarify, I try to put them out on Thursdays, but it seems like weekends is going to be more often what happens.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Sometime around the second half of the week is the best I can give you. My second thing, go check out the Shattered Worlds podcast. I'm going to start appearing on that pretty regularly soon. But it's worth it to start now, even back up a little bit to the beginning of season 3, or hell, even the beginning of the show. My third thing, I would also say my third thing is make sure to send Bradley some Pepsi. We don't have a P.O. box, but he will die if he doesn't get enough Pepsi.
I do have a P.O. box.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do have a P.O. box. My P.O. box is, I think it's either 1943 or 943 106 Gaskin Avenue. I don't exactly remember. Whatever, you can look it up. It's fine.
Just send him some Pepsi.
Send me some Pepsi. If you don't, I die. But yeah. And so, Aiden, what was your favorite idea of the episode?
My favorite idea of the episode. Oh, man, this is a solid boy, but I think it was how to make school buses better from Keegan. Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
It was a great one. Oh man, mine was GroundPods. I liked it so much I drew it, and I don't even draw. So
you know what? Recipes for vegetables was actually my favorite prompt, and I might be biased.
It actually all sounds awesome.
The whole thing was really good. Brad, what was your pick of the week?
My pick of the week, I recently watched some of the new James Bond movies, and those were very good. Some of those are on Netflix, but also I watched Russian Doll, which was very good. And I would like to actually disrecommend something, which is the free Showtime trial subscription. They don't let you cancel it, fuckers. So I have it for a month now. Fuck you, assholes.
Cool. I really like that we're doing recommendations now.
Yeah, I just need to get my negativity out there. I need to let the world know.
It's important.
But anyway, continue. What is your favorite thing of the week?
Should I do a one?
You should.
Man, I feel so honored. I think my pick of the week is going to have to be, and I don't know if I've done this already or not. I'm going to do my pick of the week is... Hold on, I need to look at my phone. Okay, my pick of the week has got to be Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman.
Hell yeah.
Because fuck yeah. Honestly, I'm like an hour... I have like an hour left in the book because I'd listened to them.
Good. It's so
the
good.
Best. It's like the best thing ever. And I'm so fucking pumped for the Amazon Prime series because I didn't understand with how the book was explained to me initially how the fuck that series would work. But now I'm like, this is going to be beautiful.
And David Tennant is it's oh my god, I'm so glad you like this thing.
Wait, David Tennant is Crowley? I thought he'd be like a Aziraphale.
No, he's Crowley. I don't.
Shit.
The other guy, the nicer one, is Aziraphale. Hell yeah, I am so very excited that you like that. That makes me very happy. Very good. All right, do you want to take us out?
That's you who takes us out, fam.
No. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so I do. Oh, that. I got it. Okay, yeah. But then I have to think of something to say between now and the time the show ends, hopefully. So, okay, that was a good idea. There's a book, and I think it's called People Who Are Lesbians, maybe? I don't exactly, maybe, or Lesbian People, I don't exactly remember. But on the page for Sappho, the page is just blank. We're done here.